Namaste. In this second part of this interview, I have talked about Rahu-Moon conjunction, black magic, and Guru Chandal Yoga. Guru Chandal Yoga, as it is called, though it is not a reality, but whenever Jupiter and Rahu is in conjunction, that is when it is addressed as Guru Chandal Yoga. So I have talked about this Guru Chandal Yoga in this podcast. So let's begin with this second episode of this insightful interview.
And how then do you guide someone with a strong placement Rahu? Let's say Rahu conjunct the moon. How do you guide as an astrologer someone with Rahu-Moon in his or her chart? Can you do
Rahu,
it? Is the question.
uh,
Can you do it? Is the question. Can you actually guide and give advice and counseling someone with Rahu-Moon?
I have seen most of the men and women having a Rahu-Moon conjunction. They find a lot of interest in spirituality.
Wow.
But the difference is that they are just interested. They are interested and their intention is different from what the intention a Moon Ketu person will have. Now, how? Their intention or their interest is to attain something through the path, to attain something, some power, some supernatural power, through which they can attain more fame, through which they can become more famous. Because that ambition, I am somebody or I want to be somebody, is the nature of Rahu.
Okay.
So this, I have seen many men and women having Moon and Rahu conjunction, having a lot of interest in this, in occultism, because then again there is a difference between occultism and spirituality.
Yes. And in fact, you dedicate a big portion of your book talking about Rahu and its relation with black magic. And that's very interesting because not many people, not many astrologers talk about black magic and how to see black magic in someone's chart, and not only someone to see the signs of someone doing it, but being victim of it. So I would like that you talk about that if you want, about the relationship between Rahu and black magic.
The whole essence of Rahu is this, that it brings ignorance. And the second point is that it is not willing to let go. So when you are dealing with a Rahuish person, or if the person is having a strong Rahu, or he or she is Rahuish, then they definitely will not forgive you, will not let go. And then they are dragged or they are attracted toward this dark world of black magic. Because this way or that way, by hook or by crook, they want to attain their goal. And because of this, Rahu or person under the influence of Rahu, a person going through Rahu Mahadasha, I have seen that many of them are either suffering because of black magic, or they are completely in that anger of casting black magic on their enemy. So you cannot stop them unless they are willing to.
Okay.
Whereas the nature of Ketu is to let go. He or she will say, okay, fine, I will let go. So if you are letting go, then there is no question of going anywhere or doing anything on anybody.
Okay.
And that is why Rahu, and you should understand that Rahu is again, who is the guru of Rahu? Mercury.
Mm. Mm.
Mercury. And Mercury is related again with air. All the black magic spells work through the air.
Mm.
So Rahu is closely connected with black magic, especially if you have Rahu in the 8th house, Rahu in the 12th house, or Rahu in the 6th house. Then definitely in your life, either this way or that way, you come in contact with black magic. Either you become a victim, or either you indulge in doing black magic on somebody.
Mm. What about the aspects of Rahu? Do you use the aspects of Rahu in Ketu as the aspects of aspects of Jupiter, looking to the 5th house of himself, the opposition, and 9th house of himself?
Yes, if Jupiter's aspect is on Ketu, if Jupiter's 5th aspect or 7th aspect or 9th aspect is on Ketu or on Rahu, then the intensity is toned down. Then the negative result of Rahu is scaled down. Why? Because Jupiter brings a certain level of awareness.
Yeah, I noticed that you were very against the negative notion of Guru Chandal Yoga. You were like, 1 second, these people who say that Guru Chandal Yoga is maybe wrong. And this was the first time that I heard this perspective, which kind of was very interesting, that you actually were advocating and saying maybe it's not that bad. Could you explain about this position of Jupiter and Rahu in conjunction?
Jupiter and Rahu conjunction, it is not as dreadful as it is made out to be.
Yes.
There are many successful people having this Jupiter and Rahu conjunction, or Jupiter with Rahu. So it is not that it is completely, you are completely outcasted because of this yoga.
Okay.
It all depends on the other side of the chart, where exactly the placement is, who is the ascendant sign, the in which sign this conjunction is happening. So there are so many minute things that we cannot just generalize that Guru Rahu is completely bad.
Do the significations of Jupiter suffer? For example, do a person with Guru Chandal Yoga, does she or him will have maybe bad relationships with gurus or institutions, or what do you think?
No, nothing like that.
Okay.
Nothing like that happens. There is no bad relation with teacher or with the seniors or with the gurus, or nothing like that. The only problem here is that there can be a case where the person can become a fake Baba,
Okay.
you see, or in the sense of fake saint. That is a possibility in rare cases. But apart from that, because here what is happening is because of Jupiter is getting afflicted by Rahu, and if the overall quality of the horoscope is not that great, then there is a slight possibility that fakeness can be there. But apart from that, this conjunction is not at all dreadful as it is made out to be.
Oh, that's very important. I think I'm just invited to you say that because there is an entire industry about remedies and how to deal with Guru Chandal Yoga. And I have a very, I was actually speaking with this very young woman, and she told me that an astrologer told her that she may not get married because Jupiter was the husband and was afflicted by Rahu. And I think that was the only reason why she got this diagnosis, the no marriage for you. And she came to me and she was very, very scared. And well, yeah, so that's the reason why I shared your book with her as well. I was like,
Okay.
listen, read this book. It's not that dreadful as it is say that it is, and just learn a little bit about it. Her Jupiter was in a very, very strong position when it's actually exalted in Cancer. So I don't know why this astrologer told her that, but it can cause fear, that's for sure.
Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha. Om Gam Ganapataye Namaha.